Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and this video is on finding the gradient. Here we have our first problem. It says find the gradient of the line y equals 3x add 4. Now all line equations are set out in the same way, and that's y equals mx plus c. And our y is our value of y, our m is our gradient, our x is our value of x, and our c is our y-intercept, or in other words, where it crosses the y-axis. So the first thing we need to do is write out our equation underneath this standard one. So we've got y equals 3x add 4. And our bit of importance is the gradient. And like I said before, the m is the gradient. So in this equation, our m is our 3. So our gradient for our equation y equals 3x plus 4 is 3. Here we have our second problem, and it says find the gradient of the line that passes through the points 4, 6 and 8, 12. Now how we find the gradient is we do change in y over the change in x. So it tells us we've got the points 4, 6 and 8, 12. So our two values for x are 4 and 8. Now two values for y are 6 and 12. Now when you write them out again, you're going to want to write them underneath each other of the corresponding coordinates. So you see I've written 4 and then 6 underneath, and that's going to be important later on. So if we get our first y value, we've got 6 and 12, and it's going to be easier to take away the smaller number from the bigger number. So if we put 12 first, and then take away 6 from that, that's going to keep it all nice and positive for us. Now the important bit when we then do the change in x is make sure that we use the same coordinate like layout. So we need to find the corresponding one to 12, which is 8, the corresponding one to 6, which is 4. Then we're going to take 4 away from 8, otherwise it won't work properly. Now if we simplify that down, 12 take away 6 is going to give us 6, and 8 take away 4 is going to give us 4, which we can simplify down again to 3 over 2, because 2 lots of 2 fit into 4 and 2 lots of 3 fit into 6, and that is equal to 1.5. So our gradient for this question is 1.5, or 3 over 2. Now here we have our third problem. It says find the perpendicular gradient of 3x add 4. So we know that our gradient of this equation here is 3, because of our y equals mx plus c, which tells us that it's 3. To find the perpendicular gradient, we want to find the negative reciprocal. And what this says, a negative reciprocal is basically 1 over our number that we have, so we'll call that n. And then because we want to find the negative, we just need to put a minus sign in front of it, because our negative reciprocal and our original number both need to times together to equal minus 1. So we always need a negative sign in front of one of the numbers. And in this case, because we have 3, we're finding the negative reciprocal. So as I said before, we put 1 over our number, and here we know our number is equal to 3. So our negative reciprocal is going to equal minus 1 over 3. And that is our perpendicular gradient, because all the perpendicular gradient is the negative reciprocal of the gradient that they give you. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below any ideas you have for videos that I could make which would help you guys out. Also be sure to check out my social medias, which are all in the description box below.